Vray LightMix. In this lesson, I would like to talk about Vray LightMix. This is a new feature of Vray 5 version. Actually, a lot of people changed from Vray to Corona render and all that because of this feature. Well, of course, it got its advantages, but if you think this is an almighty instrument and you wait to solve any light situation in your scene or in your interiors, then I would say don't expect good results if your light balance or light situation in your scene is totally out of range. And one more thing, I would say there is no need to change from Corona to Vray or vice versa, because lighting must be adjusted in the same way no matter what render you use. I would say this is more an instrument of fine-tuning than one instrument that corrects your light situation by one click. Don't expect that. But anyway, it's a very cool instrument. If you have done your light test and adjusted your light intensity, then I would say it can save you a lot of time and a lot of test renders to get to the final result. Okay, let's see how it works. In Vray render, you must switch from RGB to LightMix, so you can get access to the Vray lights or the separate layers of Vray lights. Don't forget, this instrument is based on reflected light, so we must have an algorithm like brute force for our primary bounce engine. You can turn on and off any light in the scene. First of all, you'll have to add in the render elements Vray denoiser and Vray LightMix, so you can get access to those functions. You'll have to switch to brute force, as these functions work, as I said, with reflected light, and it won't work with radiance map. Any light in the scene has its own separate layer, so you can control its intensity, even the color. But don't forget, your lights must be very close to a normal intensity, unless you'll get artifacts and results that you don't expect or desire. In this scene, I would like to increase the intensity of the back hidden light, and as our interior seems to be dark, I will increase the spot's intensity or the main lighting intensity. If you want to obtain realism in your images, you'll have to feel the normal intensity like in reality. And I would like to add one more thing about artificial lights, interior artificial lights. There are different personal preferences for light color or light tint in our interiors. There are some designers that tend to use white light in bathroom interiors, but this is actually up to you. In my opinion, white light, it's a more technical light, and I like to use it in offices and public interiors. But if you think that the color of your interior is too yellow, you can always change the white balance. This is actually not a rule, this is more about personal preferences. I'll delete the white balance layer, and in the next lesson I would like to talk about the lens effect.